Well, hey, my name's Craig. I'm the lead pastor at Mission Hills Church in Denver, Colorado. And you know what? As a lead pastor, I'm always getting questions from adults, but sometimes I get questions from kids. And so we thought we'd do a Q&A with Craig from kids.
Why did Jesus have to come as a baby?
Why did Jesus have to come as a baby? Yeah, that's a great question. And the answer is because he came to rescue human beings. Remember, we're separated from God because of our sin. Everyone sinned, and because of our sin, we are separated from God, okay? Now, human sin can only be paid for by a human being. The cost of human sin has a cost, which is human life. So, unless Jesus were a human being, his life wouldn't count to pay for our sin. He had to be a human life that died for our sin, and so he had to be a human being. And if he had just showed up as an adult, he wouldn't really have been a human being. We would have been like, well, he looks like an adult, he looks like a human being, but I don't know if he really is one, because he just showed up out of the middle of nowhere as a full, grown adult. But by coming as a baby, there was no question. He was born as a human being. He grew up. He was a little kid as a human being. He was a child as a human being. He was a teenager as a human being. And then he was an adult. So everybody knew, yeah, he's a human being. And then everybody knew he was a human being, but then they began to see that he was also God. They saw him do incredible miracles. They saw him forgive sins and heal people and do unbelievable things. They're like, well, we know he's a human being, but he's also God. And it's those two things coming together that made him the perfect sacrifice for our sin. If he just showed up as an adult, we wouldn't have known that he was a human being who was able to pay the price of our human sin. Well, hey, thank you for watching. So glad to have you with us today. And by the way, if you're enjoying this content, would you do a couple things for us? Number one, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss any content. Number two, would love for you to like and comment on this thing. That really helps us get the word out to other people. Also, you can help us get the word out by sharing this particular post. We'd love for you to do that. And we'd love to hear from you about questions you have. There's a link in the comment section to help you tell us your difficult question, and maybe we can address that in an upcoming episode.